Welcome to Be Determined, the entertainment review podcast where our opinions, the loser,
and the punishment
are to be determined. Cue the intro. Boop.
Nice. I didn't know what to do. I'm usually holding something. So I'm just like waving my arms.
Well, I screwed the couch.
I know, the couch is really sensitive.
Welcome everybody to our podcast, To Be Determined. As I previously stated, this is a content review podcast where we review content of many different forms.
Yes.
So, if you saw, announcements first, right?
Yeah.
So, we have Kappa's Spring Formals coming up. Go get tickets for that if you haven't already.
That is May 17th. I don't know why I was about to say March.
Yes.
Also, there's only like 6 tickets left, right? Spring Formal?
9.
Oh, 9 tickets left for Formal. Don't know where I got the 6. So get those now if you don't have it already because it's going to be a blast.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, also, this weekend, or as this comes out, tonight and tomorrow, is the Kappa High School production of a play called Characters.
Yes.
Definitely go check that out. Looks like a pretty awesome show.
I tech that show,
Yes.
and my mother directs it.
Yes, and I'll be there Friday and Saturday, so.
It's a good show. There's
Yes,
emotions,
definitely
there's
something.
laughter, there's crying.
Everything.
It's got everything, and it's really well done.
Yes, I'm very excited to see that. And then, we finished up the Kappa Middle School show, so that went really, really well.
It did. We are very proud of our kids.
It was awesome. And then, what else? Oh, the Kappa Film Challenge.
Yeah, the film challenge.
The film challenge. You guys, as we've said before, you don't even have to be in Arizona or America. You just make a film and sign up. Sign up, then make a film.
Yeah, don't make the film first.
In the time period
But
that would be allotted time.
So, registration closes in,
On the 16th.
the 16th? Okay, so registration closes on the 16th. The actual film challenge days are May 23rd to the 26th. So please sign up if you haven't yet, and if you're going to, do that now because it could be too late. And then, you won't be able to do it. And you don't want that to happen. So go and do that. We want more people, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I think that's actually it for announcements.
Yeah?
Because,
I think so.
I feel like I'm missing things. Our film class that we teach.
Oh, yeah.
The showcase for that is
13th.
Monday the 13th. So come to that. It's free, and it's going to be a lot of fun. They put a lot of effort into this film. And afterwards, there will actually be a Q&A with the cast and crew.
Yeah, so if you want to talk to them.
That's going to be fun. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for announcements.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I can't think of anything
I like
else.
how all of them are Kappa things.
Yeah, it's true. Kappa is life right now.
It's true.
Okay, what else? Oh, next up. I don't know why I said next up. If you saw the title, then you know what we're reviewing today. If you just clicked on this without reading the title because you wanted to be surprised, surprise.
I don't know how you could.
I don't know.
The
either.
thumbnail screams Amazing Digital Circus.
On Spotify or something. If
Oh.
you're listening to it.
I'm so used to just because I'm in charge of the YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
That's all I think of is YouTube thumbnail. And I guess I forget you can do that on Spotify and stuff.
Yep. Oh, but anyways, it's Amazing Digital Circus episode 2. This came out 4 days ago?
On the 3rd. So.
However many days ago that was. I watched it today.
5 days ago, I think. 5 days ago? Yeah, because it came out on Friday. And it's
Okay.
Wednesday.
I decided to wait until today to watch it, so it was fresh in my brain.
I watched it on Friday. And then I watched the GT Live that just came out.
This is GT Live.
But it's only
I need to
half
go
of the
watch that
episode.
later. Only half the episode?
Yeah, well, usually he tends to.
How do you make it
Do that.
Okay, with this episode, I don't know. how you
Well,
can
it's because
make...
they pause, they talk about things, and sometimes they get off track. But then they bring up interesting things, and then they go back sometimes and like look at things. And
Oh,
so,
okay, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. I just think with this episode specifically, there wasn't as much.
I didn't think
to
so
dive
either.
into.
But then he paused it. I was like, oh.
Okay, then I have to go watch this because I'm intrigued. I will say this episode for me, I think that it had a little more substance than the first episode, which is
Wait,
kind of hard.
really?
Yeah.
I felt like it had less substance.
I think the first one had more lore, and they were like
Yeah.
hinting to more things.
Like
it was more
more
puzzly.
to actually. I feel like there was more in the first episode to actually
Dwell on, think upon.
Yeah, and then like theorize on and like kind of figure out the story. When this one, I felt like.
I think this one's plot was richer. I think this one had a.
But then you couldn't.
like,
there wasn't
the
anything to
story
add on
was-
though from the last episode, really.
No, but
There was
I
only
just
just,
like
like-
the story a lot.
Yeah.
That was what I mean. I think
there-
the storyline itself was more, not substantial, but like, I had a better time watching
Like
this one, I think.
It was more of like an episode.
Yeah.
When the first one was almost more like analog horror.
It was like bordering that. And so I think that that's why I like this one a little more, is because it was more like just a storyline. There wasn't necessarily a lot to dive into that I saw. And so it was just kind of like, but then they would still hint to things sometimes. And I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. What does that mean? But yeah, I think I like this one because it was just a good, straightforward story. And there wasn't necessarily a whole lot to piece together.
Before we continue, were we gonna do ratings, like our ratings?
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, well, we should start with... Do we start? No, we start with ratings.
But we should. Are we doing likes and views? Because I did write that down.
Yeah, I did too.
We should probably explain that.
Okay, so everybody, this episode runs a little differently from our past episodes, but even if you've not watched any episodes, I'll explain how it all works. So first, before we dive into our opinions and things on the episode, which we kind of already did a little bit in this episode, but
Yeah. We went backwards.
yeah. But anyways, each of us have watched it and rated it, and then we will try to guess the other person's rating. And then we get a point if you're within 5. Oh wait, we guess it on a scale of 1 to 101 Dalmatians. So we give it a certain amount of Dalmatians. And then if you're within 5 Dalmatians, then you get a point. And then if you guess the exact number of Dalmatians, then you get 2 points. Then we talk about, normally we talk about Rotten Tomatoes and we guess the critics and the audience score. But for this, we guess the likes and the views. And I don't remember how the points work for that one. Is it within, I think it was within 50,000?
I don't remember.
I think it was if you're within 50,000 for both of them.
It's hard for these episodes.
Yeah,
they
because
tend to go
sometimes
in
they're
the
really
millions.
small and sometimes they go up in the millions, yeah. But anyways.
Like, that makes, yeah, we'll see.
Oh, but okay, so before we move on actually,
Yeah.
because maybe we can't do views. I didn't see the views, but I saw how many numbers were in the views. Like I didn't see what the numbers were,
So
but I could tell you that and then we are even that way.
Yeah, I saw the views like a few days ago, but I have not seen them recently.
Okay, yeah. I just know that they're within the hundreds of thousands. They're not in the millions and they're not less than 100,000.
I think you might have seen something wrong.
Oh. Or maybe I watched it from a different...
That doesn't make... You watched it in Glitch, right?
Yeah. Maybe
Let's
I saw
just
the
guess
likes.
and we'll find out.
Maybe I saw the likes.
Maybe you saw the likes.
Okay, wait. Now I feel like I need to change mine. Okay, wait.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
would change
goodness.
it.
Yeah. Okay, then I think that the likes are at this one.
I think I'm wrong with the likes. I think I might have gone too high maybe for the views, but...
Okay, so I think for likes we should do within 50,000, and for the views within 500,000.
Sure.
Okay. So wait, let me change my views. Okay.
You know?
So, anyways, then after we talk about the views and likes, then we will move on to what is
Review.
it? Discussion. Yeah, we will just talk about the episode and what we thought of it, and then at
And
the
we will
end.
share our thoughts with you.
Yes.
And also, warning, spoilers.
Major spoilers.
So you probably don't want to watch this episode if you haven't actually seen the Amazing Digital Circus episode 2.
It's a really good episode.
Go and watch it. It's only like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's
then
funny.
Oh, and then at the end we do trivia questions and guess each other's trivia. Okay, so let's start with guessing each other's scores.
Loki's in the dog crate. Don't know why.
Why are you in there?
Okay, who's going first?
For them it's... Oh wait, I'm on the left. So I'll go first.
This is how it will look on screen.
Yes. So then you guess mine first.
So I'm guessing you first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
I guess that you gave it... Oh, because you were in the last episode, darn. Nah. I don't know what... Because I can't go by the first episode, but how much... I know you like this one better than the first, but even then, like, I don't know how much you would have given the first episode because you weren't here when we reviewed it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So...
For some reason, I thought I was on the first episode. That was weird.
92.
Okay, you're within 5. I give it 95.
Oh, I was thinking of 95, but then...
Okay, 1 point for you.
Oh,
I
wow.
think you gave it 90.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, 2 points for me. All right, and then now we guess the likes and views. So should we do likes first?
I would say views and then likes.
Views first? Okay, so views, I guessed 2 million.
I guess 60 million.
60 million. Oh
Yes.
my goodness, I'm probably
You know,
way
the first
off
episode
then.
has like 360 million.
Yeah,
views.
first, a lot of these things though, I assume that like the first video is gonna get a lot, and then whenever the second one gets out, it's just like it's been a long time and people forget
But
about
this
it.
is like so popular.
Is this still popular?
Yes.
Oh,
After 6
I thought
months,
it went
it's
away
still.
because I don't. I mean, I remember when like Poppy's Playtime came out. That was super popular and like that was like all over the internet. And I really don't see anything about Digital Circus online.
It's different. I think it's just a different audience.
Yeah,
And
it's
Poppy's
true.
Playtime is a video game.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, they're very different.
Okay. I just realized. Are you on it by chance? You are?
Okay,
Oh,
so how
thank
many
you.
views?
So last time when I gave you guys the views, apparently I was looking at the wrong thing or something, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Oh, really?
I'm seeing 52,619,394.
So that's right.
What? Okay. So am I looking at the right thing?
I think so. Yeah.
So it's 50.
Yeah, it's right, it says right there. It says that it was released 4 days ago. So
Yeah, that's it.
52,619,394.
I knew I went a little high.
How much did you give it?
I give it 60 million.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if I'd be within any. Probably not, because.
No, because it's
Oh,
500,000.
500,000. Dang.
All right.
How much did you give it, son?
I only said 2 million. So, definitely off. Okay.
Just can I interject here?
For like-
Did you
oh, yeah.
see that now they have a link with plushies?
Yes, they have
Ooh.
plushies. And
They,
they,
they
have.
sold plushies at the fair.
Really?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Like off-brand ones.
But yeah, now they have gummy goo too as a plush. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like that.
That is
Because I know he was like a main part of the episode, but
I feel like Gummy Goo would be weird as a plush. I feel like he needs
no,
to be
he looks so
plastic.
cute. I saw the plush.
That's what I'm going
And
to the store
Gangle,
now.
Gangle as a plush. Oh my gosh, she's like wrapped around, like hugging herself in her little ribbon.
Oh my goodness.
so cute.
Wait, I want to see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, likes. I gave it 500,000 likes.
I said 2 million.
Okay.
Mama likes.
Sorry, I was looking at the store.
Oh,
They
I
are
heard.
really cute.
I heard that GT Live might try to do a a collaboration, and so they might do merch. That would be so cool if they did
That'd
Digital
be
Circus
awesome.
merch.
Okay, what am I looking at?
Views.
The likes.
Sorry, likes. Yeah.
2.9 million.
2.9 million? Wow, I was off.
I said 2 million. Oh. I was like, yay, I got it, but I'm not close enough.
Close. But not close enough. So no points for us.
Dang.
One for you.
No support you. Okay, so now we can get into the episode.
Yes, though I'm gonna go and look at the merch too. But I'm here.
Yeah, so my first note that I wrote down was that Pomni's movement at the beginning was cool.
Oh yeah.
Like when she started walking and it was like
interface.
wiggly almost. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no,
When
I
it
know
was
what
like,
you're talking about.
It was like the
There's
bottom
a
would move
term
and
for
then
that,
the,
and I already
the
forgot
top
it.
would like follow. I don't remember. Yeah.
Interface? Is that?
No.
No. There is a term, and I just watched. Never mind.
But yeah, it was super cool. And then, oh, another thing that I thought was interesting was the fact that they still dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like,
Stop.
why?
Okay.
Like if they're video game characters, like, you know, I mean, I know
Well,
they're people in the video games, but you think that because they're fully immersed in the video game world and like they don't seem to really feel as much pain as normal and they are almost immortal, that I would have just assumed that the night would just like skip.
No, because it's still their brains.
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
true.
you know?
But I
their
would just thought they
minds.
wouldn't get to sleep, like actually, since they're video game characters.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
like they wouldn't
their
need
bodies
it.
wouldn't
Because they
need
talked about
sleep.
how they didn't need to eat.
Yeah. So why would they need to sleep?
Oh, and I have like, well, that's for later, but I have a comment about some that has to do with like drinking or eating. That's mentioned at the very end of the episode. I thought that was really weird, but I'll get to that later. Also, look at that.
Oh, wait, that's really cool, actually.
What is it?
And she even comes with the other face.
Which one are you looking
It's
at?
Gangle.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I
look.
saw her. Yeah.
You probably can't really. But it's so cute. I want it.
You guys need a Bilbo.
Even though it's like a plush that already exists. Well, if we make the one with our new logo, which we have a new logo coming soon, we could do that.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious, actually, as a plush.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be really cool, actually. Let's see, what else?
I actually wrote notes for this one.
Ooh, that's good.
And since we're on the dream, the dream, you're right, the dreaming is interesting. I didn't even think about that. But the fact that in her dream, and this was, I'm not taking the credit for this because I did watch the GT Live and they called this out, is that, you know, you have Kane is talking in the middle, and then you have Jax on his side, which kind of makes sense, but then Ragatha is on the other side also. Like, commenting about her in a rude way, which makes sense for Jax to do, but not really Ragatha. So it just felt out of place.
I think that was probably to show, like, her feeling like she had betrayed well, because she had kind of betrayed her.
Yeah.
So it was probably, like, to show, like, oh, she doesn't trust anyone yet. Like, obviously she doesn't trust Jax, but she doesn't even trust.
Yeah.
She has betrayed the trust of Ragatha, and so now she's just like, I don't. That's probably her, like, subconscious telling her, like, no,
Yeah.
you can't trust anyone. These people they don't care about you anymore.
Though they were saying that might be something maybe leading to either something later on, or he might be something else that we don't know. That she does, like, he might maybe not bad necessarily, but maybe he is making this appearance as someone nice when maybe he really isn't. But I don't know. That's
can see
just
that.
what they were kind of like. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that is really interesting. I could see that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of symbolism in the show already.
Except that would be really sad because Ragatha is such a cool character.
Yeah. But they focus on her kind of a bit more in the episode. Like, later...
Yeah, this episode is focused on her. But I think that part of the reason I thought that was, like, maybe the focus is, like... First of all, I think that she's the nicest one, so she's really being... Which I have a note about later, about how they all kind of deal with their, like, digital reality. But I think that she's the nice one, kind of, in the show. You can tell out of everyone, she's the one that's, like, optimistic. And so I think that the focus kind of tends to be on her because, of course, that's Pomni's going to be leaning towards the nicest one. And so, therefore, I think Ragatha would get the most
And it seems like there's more to her. Like, because later, like, I know this is skipping later on, but since we're on the topic, she's talking to Kinger, right? Yeah, I think it's Kinger. And he's, you know, because her and Kinger are talking, he's saying, like, I feel bad for Pomni because she's been going through a lot. And it seems like it's been hard for her to adjust. And then Kinger makes his comment, he's like, yeah, but I remember when you first got here and how hard it took you and the way you dealt with it. And, like, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I want to know more about that.
Yeah, and she did seem kind of touched. She was like, I'm surprised you remember that. And then, like, she thought that was kind of a nice gesture almost for him to remember that. And then he's like,
What did he
remember
say?
what?
Yeah. Kinger's so funny.
He is really funny. Oh, back to the beginning though.
Yeah.
The what was it? When they were getting their assignment And Bubbles, was it
I was
Bubbles or
about
Bubble?
to say
That was so funny. It was like a glitch, which does make me think there's probably lore behind it because it literally had
totally.
just said it was like Candy Town or whatever it was.
And he's like, Bubble, you can't say that.
Yeah, well, he's like Candy Town sounds sticky, and then he was like, oh, good one, and then he's like, sounds beep, and then it lasted like for so long, and it was like, what is happening? And then, oh my gosh, what's his
Kane.
name? Yeah, Kane was like,
Bubble, you can't say that.
you cannot say that. Like but he was like genuinely like
That's the thing I have a thing
concerned.
on. It's like, first of all, Kane never knows what Bubble's gonna do. Never.
No. Yeah,
Out of
that's
all
true.
the characters, he's surprised by Bubble, and pretty much
Bubbles.
that's it. It's just Bubble, I think.
Or Bubble, yeah.
And that happens a lot. It happened in the first episode and that happened in the second. There's a lot of like things that Bubble does that he's like, what? And it's just like weird. Mm-hmm. And also, Bubble, when like, you know, he said all that, who knows what it was, but it was probably stuff like inappropriate things probably, right? Mm-hmm. And then it, you know, it censors it. But the only time, but like when everyone else says something that needs to be censored,
It's censored differently.
and it's censored by Kane specifically. But this time, Kane didn't know that he was going to be had to censor anything. So, so Bubble clearly is outside of all these, even outside of Kane. Which is, didn't they mention that Bubble's an AI, or is that a theory? It's either a theory or confirmed. I don't remember, but I think Bubble might be an
Wait,
AI.
you know what I just realized? At the beginning, he said there's a new AI.
Yeah, in the candy thing. And I still don't know who it was. Maybe it was the candy girl, the princess.
Maybe I could totally see her coming
No,
back
but-
because they kind of betrayed her.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Like
There's a
not
whole
kind of.
thing
They
there.
like majorly betrayed. Well, just
Jax
Jax,
did.
but in the name of all of them. So I could totally see if she was an AI coming back to.
Yeah, I didn't
like
mention
them.
that. Like the fact that he mentioned.
No,
the
but she
new
was
AI.
in the NPC model room, I think.
She was.
So
But
it
wouldn't that
wouldn't
be
be her.
considered an AI? Like, you'd still make the model, it's just the programming.
But that would mean that she only exists inside of
That's true.
that realm.
Yeah,
We'd
I
have
don't
to
know
go
what
back
he
and
means by testing
we
the
should
AI.
go back and look at who wasn't there. Who wasn't in
Well,
that, in that model.
I watched it recently last night, and I'm thinking, like, everyone who was in that model room, besides that we had seen everyone. Mm-hmm. There's no one new besides, like, the NBC. No, even then, they were all there. I mean, except the only
Was the
character
blob
that's
guy there?
mentioned, yeah.
Okay.
The only character that's mentioned, but you don't see her, is Gummy Goo's mom. But the whole thing is probably that she might not even exist anyway.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that she just didn't exist because it was only in his created dialogue, basically.
But yeah,
in
I don't
NPC's
know what he
dialogue.
meant by testing new AI, but that has like 57 times more or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird.
I know. I feel like there's more to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought the bubble thing was interesting. That Kane never knows. He always does things unexpected, even for Kane.
Yeah. And then later he's like smoking the bubble pipe.
Yeah.
And he's like, the bubble is like, no thanks, I'm trying to quit.
Nah, I'm trying to quit.
Oh, when the crocodiles were like, he like gets up at the top of the truck and he's like trying to grab Palm and he's like, oh, my arms aren't long enough. I thought that
Yeah.
was so funny. And then later he's like, my arms are
They're
too
too
long.
long.
So funny. That was good writing.
Even before they got in there, yeah, in general, just the writing is so good for the
It
show.
is.
But do you notice that Jax? I guess he in the first episode did too, but I didn't realize. But he breaks the fourth wall, and he like looks at the camera like
I don't think I noticed it specifically, but
he does like very
Like
specifically, intentionally like towards.
no, I mean like I don't think I saw it and I was like, oh, he just broke the fourth wall, but I think I do remember that happening.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like when I first watched it, I didn't notice it, and then when I was watching the GT Live, they paused on it and mentioned it. I was like, oh, that's interesting because he's the only character I think that actually does besides Kane when he's talking.
Yeah.
Which is interesting that the only other character is Kane. It only
I
seems
thought
like that.
somebody else did too. I don't think it was only him.
Well, Bubble, I guess.
I think there was another like circus member.
No, I don't think so.
I think Kinger did in the first episode.
Really? Well, they had
think
that
he did towards
opening
the
in the
end.
first episode, though.
No, towards the end.
I don't know. We'll have to look at it.
Yeah, I thought it was sometime around when they were like eating that feast. I don't remember. Yeah, I have to go back and look.
But yeah.
What else? Oh, this is my next note, is that they all deal with their reality in a different way. So they all sort of have like a personality, and it like kind of is the way that they cope with existing digitally. And so I have that Gangle is always sad. Jax deals with his through rage and violence. Kinger is just crazy. He like checks out of reality. Like he's just like
he's been there
disassociates from the situation.
Right?
Yeah. And then Ragatha's optimism, like I can't let myself get into a bad headspace, basically. And then Zubul is just cynicism, just cynical of everything, kind of.
Yeah. And Pomni's just kind of like scared.
Yeah. Yeah, but I
Unsure.
think that she hasn't
really
gotten
developed her
hers.
full character.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking too. And I think that's why she's so different. It's like her character in the digital world isn't there yet.
Now, I think towards the end, it seems that she's going to do it through... she's sort of accepting it by becoming social and
Get
having
over
friends,
your social
essentially.
anxiety.
No, but like when... Just like
No, I know what you're saying, yeah.
Because it shows at the end when she like almost rehas that dream or like rehashes that dream, she's falling down again, but then someone grabs her arm and is pulling her out, and then she's like calm. She's like, I have friends now. Like these people are here to help me.
There's actually 3 people who grab her hand in that.
Oh, I only saw one.
Only 3. Not the whole crew. It's just 3. And Kane's not one of them. It's Ragatha, Gangle, and Zubul. And so Jax and Kane, even though they were in the dream, are not the ones, which makes sense. But still, I just find it interesting that it's called out by Gangle, Ragatha, and Zubul. Not even Kinger.
No, I think that makes sense because Kinger wouldn't like. I don't even think he'd be aware of any
Yeah, but
situation
even Gangle
like
and her don't communicate that much, and Zubul, her and Ragatha.
Well, I think Zubul. I think definitely Zubul has that personality of like, I'm just going to be cynical of everything, like whatever happens, happens. But I think they're being set up as kind of one of those characters that is like just trying so hard to be cynical about everything, but still has that humanity. And so not necessarily to show that there's a friendship between them, but to show like maybe she admires Pomni's groundedness.
I do think
in opposition
it's
to
symbolism
her own
of like
or non-ability to
of
do
who's
that.
gonna be the one to trust, I guess. Maybe, probably. I just do think it's interesting that 2 of them were not 2, right? Because it's and
Jax
of course
and Kinger
Kane wouldn't.
No, yeah. Well, I think it does make sense that Jax and Kinger wouldn't, because Jax
like
is
maybe
just kind
Jax
of
wouldn't for sure. Kinger,
Well-
I guess maybe it's just because he's out of place. But then
That's
again,
what I
this
mean.
is
I
also
think
a
he's just
dream.
completely checked out.
So if it's a dream, it's also like, or a dream.
Yeah. Those are probably the characters that she sees as more likely to help her in a situation.
Also, the fact that they, in the Candy Kingdom place, Kane is God.
Yeah. I thought that I saw that. I was like, what the heck? But I guess
And
it kind of
like
makes
the
sense
stained
since
glass.
he created it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was funny. It would have been really interesting if it wasn't Kane and it was Bubble.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That would have been crazy. Let's see. Oh, my next note was just that it was cool, like the room with all the NPC models. Like, they no-clipped out into that, like, base world, and you got to see all those.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool the way they did that. Also, this is more of these are more funny things, but when they're driving the truck, there's 2 things when they're driving the trucks. Well, a lot. Like, what the heck's with all the knives? And also, Jax is extremely violent in this episode. I'm like, whoa, okay. It's funny. I think it's hilarious, but it's just interesting how much he craves that. But whenever, I don't know, I guess when Jax is telling Gangle to go off-road, or I don't remember what it was exactly, but like it gets super bouncy and like they're like, I don't know if you know this, but Jax's head stays completely still while everyone else is like shaky. What are you reading?
I'm sorry, I was reading something about my next note. It was, I'm trying to, okay, anyways.
No, I was saying that in
They're
when
driving it.
it gets all bumpy, and then they're like everywhere, and then Jax's head is still there, like a chicken head, and it stays still. Wait, it's really. I want to see if I can find it.
What the heck?
It's hilarious. I don't know necessarily why they do it, but it's really funny.
Yeah. My next note was that it looked like it was done at like a higher frame rate than typical, and I just googled it, and it was at 30 FPS, which I guess is just typical for Unreal Engine. It's still comedy Unreal Engine.
Oh, so they use Unreal Engine to animate this? Mm-hmm. Wow, dang.
Yeah, I was kind of looking through some of the credits. Which works, too,
because it's like the video game.
Yeah, exactly. But I was looking at some of the credits, and I saw that they had like they had like 4 or 5 like Unreal Engine people or something. I don't remember. But yeah, my thing about that was like, I mean, it seems like they couldn't like help it, but it would have been cool if it was done in 24 FPS instead of 30. So I could see that it was in 30, and it throws me off a little bit.
But then again, it also has to have that video game kind of look, and a 30 FPS works for that.
Yeah, it's true.
It's animated, but it's also animated like a video game.
Yeah, it's true. It is supposed to be a video game. I don't know why. It just kind of bothers me when people do 30 FPS though.
I bet they have their reasons.
Yeah. I don't. Also, if it's Unreal Engine, I don't think you can do 24 FPS. I think it has to be 30.
Because I mean, are most things animated on 24?
Probably not.
I don't think they are.
Unless it's like hand drawn.
Yeah.
It's probably 24.
Okay. This is the part.
I like that motion blur.
Aren't you supposed to be submissive and agreeable? Move it!
I did not notice that.
Yeah. And then this. He puts his head on them, and I thought that was so cute. And when Gummy Goo like goes over the other, where his other bandit buddy, he's driving, but then he puts his head on his back like a dog. I was like, that's so funny. I think it's actually really cute. I like those little things that they add.
I will say at the end, I was expecting it when what was it, when he like killed Gummy Goo? I was expecting it. I was like, okay, that was sad, but I was kind of happy that they did that just because that was kind of what I was expecting, and it just fits Kane's character so well. I think to do that.
I was like, whenever
just
she
for
had
that
mentioned bringing him, I was like, oh no, Kane's not gonna like.
Oh yeah,
that.
I was like,
but I didn't think he was just gonna. Oh, don't snap out. I thought he was gonna get like thrown off and mad maybe. And do something to them.
Oh no, I thought
he's just like, oh okay.
I was like, no, I think Kinger's just gonna be like, no, he can't be here by Kane. Oh my gosh, not Kinger.
Not Kinger.
I keep thinking Kinger because he's like the king of the realm. Kane. Wait, what was the? Oh, about that though. I noticed that his response signals that they've let NPCs be there before. Like NPCs have existed there before because he's like.
We can't get. You can't do that and go around because I'll get Wait.
Or
can't tell between the NPCs and the humans.
We can't. He's like, we can't get confused. Lose track of who's an NPC and who's a human. And then it like went dark and like zoomed in on his face and he got really worried. And then it was like he was having a flashback, and it was like, okay, wait, so that's.
Or if he knows what would happen. That's the weird thing.
But it looked like he was having a flashback. To me.
Yeah, like it's happened before, and it's like, oh my gosh.
So or he knows what.
Yeah, I feel like it could be either or, which I think it is more of it's happened already.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, why did it happen already, and why did you let it happen, and what happened to be so bad? You know. I also am curious about like I know Gummy Goo's mom's probably just non-existent because he's an NPC and they probably just made those memories. Mm-hmm. But like. I'm so curious, like, is she out there somewhere? Like, actually? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool. It would be cool if she was
And maybe she was, like, either the new AI or maybe she was another Digital Circus character that maybe, like, got banned or something. I don't know.
Ooh.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool.
Even though that's not her, if they had a character like that.
That would be really cool. If they connected
Instead of, like, going abstract because they didn't go insane, but he had to, like, boot him out, kick him out somehow.
Another line that I liked from earlier was when they had the other two bandits tied up, and they're like, do you guys have a second truck that flies? And they're like, yeah. Wait, no, we don't actually. I know that was so funny. And when his hat fell off, and like no one's paying attention, and they're like, They're like flopping back and forth, trying to get the hat back on his head, and then they just like jump back up and they're like sitting there again, like nothing happened, and no one noticed.
I know.
It was so
What's
funny.
great about this series, and this is consistent about the first and the second episode, is like they animate things like every frame, every second is important, and even or even just they add little things and like that in the background that you might not necessarily notice. It might not be like important to the story, but they're just so funny. And like even just like the Kane and Bubble comment is like, nah, I'm trying to quit. Like the writing is also like that. It's like the little stuff that you might not catch right away, but if you watch it again, you're like, oh wait, what? And there's just like all these little things that is what makes it so good. And the humor is just like, it's quick and it's like just like,
good.
wait, what was that? But that was funny.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of just random humor, kind of.
It's like random, but
also
like
not. But still
controlled.
witty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
witty.
it's like witty but random. Let's see.
Oh, one thing I also
about all
think
my
is
notes,
that, because you had mentioned how each of the characters react to the digital world in their own way, they handle it in their own way. But I also think, which this probably might be given, but the way that their personalities are is definitely a way that I think it might reflect on who they were in the real world.
Yeah, for sure.
And so it's
they
just
are-
probably
they're the
more
same people.
exaggerated. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I also wonder if their characters also reflected something in the real world too. Like Jack's being a rabbit. I don't know if like the owner owned the rabbit. Well, I mean, not like that, but to a certain extent of like, why are they those specific characters? Is there a reason for that, or is that just kind of like a random thing? I think it would be really cool if there was a reason.
Yeah, if it connected in some way. I want to see the episode where it shows like
what happened outside. Yeah. But like they're animators. But I would want to see that as live action.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
Sure. I could totally see them getting enough money to do that. Getting enough funding to
yeah, they probably could
switch
get
to
enough
real
funding,
life.
but I don't know if they are skilled in that area.
Yeah.
Because
they could
I've gone
probably
through
get
their
people to
stuff.
do that.
You know, they're
animators.
They're an animation
yeah.
studio. But if they could do that, that would be like really cool. Because wow, that would change the whole feel of the show. That'd be really awesome if they did like a live action thing. What was I? Yeah. I think I've said.
Yeah, I have all my notes already.
I saw a thing. This was the YouTube thumbnail. I didn't watch it, but I guess it was a theory that Ragatha knew that Kane would kill Gummy Goo when they got to Digital Circus. And I was watching it again. I'm like, I knew she was concerned about it, but I don't know if she knew. Because I felt like if she knew, she would have said something. And be like, don't bring him because he might kill him.
I would think she probably just suspected, like...
Yeah, like
it's probably not a good idea, but I can't control your decisions.
And she didn't. I don't know if she knew that she was going to kill him. I don't know.
Because she did seem a little surprised at the end.
Yeah,
too,
exactly. That's why I watched it again. She didn't...
And it was like... And she was like... It seemed like even she was surprised at how, like... nonchalant Kane was about it. Like, excuse me? Mm-hmm. Well, that's all my notes.
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Okay.
It's just the last few that I actually wanted to get to the most. I was like, I noticed a lot of things in the last, like, 2 minutes. I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Once they got back, like, first of all, when Jax goes and, like, kills everyone there, they all just leave, which is kind of, I guess...
Did he kill everyone there?
Well, everyone to die.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Kane, literally, either, I don't know if he doesn't know or he doesn't care. Because that wasn't...
I don't think he would care. I think Kane
I guess he
wouldn't
doesn't care because they're NPCs, right?
Yeah, they're just, I mean, he
But I
created
feel like
them,
he
and
would
he's
care because
let
they
them
did it
destroy.
wrong. Right? I feel like Jax did that wrong. Like, that's not how the approach was supposed to be. That's how he would have wanted it. But Kane didn't care about that.
I don't think Kane has a specific way that he designates, like, he wants them to do it. I think he just gives them these missions to complete because what else are they going to do?
Yeah.
I think his job is just to give them things to do, like they have to do them, and I don't care how you get them done, but just do it, basically.
Maybe. It just feels like he has an orderly set of things, and I felt like that was out of his little order. But then again, I guess he didn't know that they went under the map. So maybe he isn't all-knowing like they seem.
Maybe Bubble is.
I know. I feel like Bubble, like there's something
That'd be
there.
awesome.
We talked about Kane's reaction to the losing track of who's NPC and human. Okay, this is weird. Kane, like, I think it's a hilarious comment, but I think there's something there to it. He's like, I'm gonna go drink some water. I haven't done that in a long
I
time.
know that was funny.
And I'm like, why would he? They can't eat or drink there.
I thought it was that they just don't have to. I thought they could.
I don't think they actually can.
Oh, I thought they ate at the end of the first episode.
They're like eating. It's a digital feast that they can't taste.
Oh.
So maybe he could. But I just thought it was interesting because, like, I know it's a funny comment, but it's also like, why?
Yeah.
And I had a whole thing about it. Like last night, I was thinking about it, and now I can't even remember. Oh my gosh. Oh no! Now I remember. Because yeah, even if they do eat and drink there, like they eat and drink, the fact that he mentioned it almost seems like he can relate to the, like, what if he's also a real person that was put into this?
What if he created it?
And, like, yeah, maybe he was, like, the developer, but this is actually his brain. So he's actually a real person, too, but he could be in control of it all because he actually created the game. I hadn't thought about that until, like, that comment, because that comment's like, oh, if he was human. I haven't done that in a long time.
Well, because if he can drink water now, then who's to say he didn't just do it, like,
True.
100 years ago?
But what if it is like, oh, I haven't drank water in a long time, kind of a reference to him being a human. Like, he drank water as a human.
Oh, yeah. I could see that.
So, I don't know. I just thought that could be kind of cool. And I feel like it would fit from both episodes for him to... Because he's not like I said, like we mentioned before, he's not like Bubble. Bubble is definitely not a person mind. Like, she glitches... Is it she or he?
I think it's a she.
I think
from the voice.
Yeah. So it's like she glitches all the time and does all these weird things that even Kane doesn't know. It's like, seems like, oh, he created this and now she's just glitching instead of her doing what he wants. Kind of like someone who would create the game would have the problems. You know, he creates all these levels for them to make that seems to be a very much like, oh, he started it all. He started all the chaos.
Yeah.
Unless there's a higher force there, but I don't know. And
Creepy
then
face.
last, what is that?
I don't know. Face.
I don't see it.
Wait. There's the mouth and the nose and
You
the
know,
eyes.
just so you guys know, you could probably hear all the whispering. It's okay.
Anyways,
Oh, Jax doesn't attend Kaufman's funeral.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
But there was a weird reaction from him when she talked about, oh, we're going to do the funeral. There was a close-up of him reacting and walking away, and then he wasn't attending the funeral. But, like, almost like if he felt guilty about something.
He probably feels sad about it.
No, it was not like, oh, he's sad. It was like, yes, he's sad, but also like
he
guilt.
probably had to.
He probably had something to do with him abstracting.
Yeah, well, because abstracting is like you go crazy, and then so he probably contributed to him going crazy. He probably like tormented him or something, or was like bullying him or something.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, it always seems like Jax is, and I know this was from the first episode.
He
People
seems to kind of
have
self-destruct.
the theories of but of him being kind of different from the others when it comes to like the things he can do and almost have it's not like he has control over things, but it almost seems like he's a little bit more privileged than the other characters.
Maybe he was there the longest aside from Kinger, but Kinger went crazy. So
yeah, like who knows? Maybe Kinger wasn't actually there the longest, but they're saying that because he's kind of going a little cuckoo.
or maybe he actually was there the longest, but he's just like Jax is the only one he was there the longest, but not crazy, if that makes sense. So like Kieran doesn't really count as being there the longest just because he's crazy and can't relate or give anyone advice or anything.
Yeah.
Because he's crazy.
Yeah. The only thing is, I like that, and I came up with some more theories by digging and watching that GT Live. But it was harder to find any of that in the first episode, which we had talked about already. But so that's why I gave it a 90. Last time I guess I gave it a 93. But I mean, it's still good, and I'm looking forward to the next episode. It's hard to wait 6 months for something. It was just slightly underwhelming because we waited 6 months for it, and we didn't get that
6
much
months is
more.
a really long time to wait for something like that.
And we didn't really get much more lore. We didn't get that much
would-
added stuff, which is for waiting 6 months. That's a little disappointing. Now, if I wait a week, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But since it seems like they're releasing episodes every 6 months.
That's
we
way
need to
too
provide
long.
a little bit more substance.
Yeah,
in each episode.
I think what I would have done was maybe do the pilot episode, see how much it took off, then get the rest into production and say, hey, it's going to be a year or 2 years before we get the rest of this out.
Yeah.
Let that out to the public that, hey, it's going to be a long time, but we will get you everything.
So supposedly, like, there's 8 episodes written out, though. I think 8.
Okay, yeah.
So there's
maybe
they are written.
Maybe they'll come faster now that they're...
Well, they've already been written even before the pilot. I think it's about
Yeah.
funding. It's all about funding.
Okay, yeah. I would think, though, you already have the characters animated. You already have...
Well, I think
you've
now that
already done a lot of the work. So I feel like at this point, hopefully, it should move along faster. Now that they have the actors established,
thinking that
they have them written, they have the character models done, they have the world model done.
well, they had that even for the pilot, and it still took 6 months.
Yeah, it's true.
But I think first of all, they're getting more money. Plus, they actually realized that the first episode worked.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably didn't start working on the next episode until after the success of the first. But
Oh,
now,
yeah.
since that one was successful, they've probably been working on not just
All the
episode
episodes.
2. They're probably
Yeah.
working on 3 and so forth.
I hope they
So
come out
hopefully it'll
weekly.
come out sooner.
That'd
But
be
they
awesome.
should provide
Maybe
more
monthly.
updates, I feel like.
Yeah, they definitely should.
Because
If they're going to keep you waiting that long, they should at least keep you updated on where
they
they
kept
are in
some
the process.
updates. I mean, they did good with their teasers and stuff, but that happened only at this
Well,
year.
we got one teaser like 2 months ago, I think it was.
Yeah, and that worked. That was good, coming
Yeah.
soon-ish. But it was still like, that's also hard because it's like, they're independent, so sometimes you can't really provide that date ahead of time. But I
even,
think
like,
they just
even
need to do
saying,
their
like,
consistent
we are-
updates.
Or even saying like done writing, done
Exactly.
animating, done, or working in the studio right now, or whatever, in the studio with the voice actor, something like that, just so everyone knows where they're at.
Yeah, so provide that if
Yeah,
you guys
come
could.
on.
Just a quick little, just keep us updated. Because I didn't know for the longest time when the next episode was come out.
It was
And
very
I just
sad.
had gone by murder drones. It seemed like the last few had been released every 2 months. So I was like, oh, we'll get 1 in 2 months. But no,
It
we
was
got
forever.
6 months later. Which is obviously, I understand that.
Yeah.
But providing that info would be really nice for the fans.
So we know.
Because then,
When we're getting it.
yeah, and then we can also prepare a
Generally.
review for it.
Or even if they're saying like, hey, we're trying to do every 2 months. And then if 2 months is starting to come close, and then they can just be like, okay, this episode's taking longer.
Yeah.
Like, even that would be better, I think, than just like not having any word on it at all. Mm-hmm. Should we do trivia?
Yes, I forgot about trivia. I was
Trivia
about to
time.
end the episode.
What's the answer?
It's trivia time. What's the answer?
Should I go first?
Sure.
Okay. What was the name of the first adventure
Of the first adventure?
in this episode? I put first because I wasn't sure if there was going to be more than one in this episode.
Oh.
The adventure. What was the name of the adventure?
Candy Carrier Chaos.
Yeah,
Because
I
that was
know.
I had one of those too.
Oh, no.
But I have a backup.
Okay. Okay, I'll have to make a backup. Okay, so let me...
Wait, why would he have to make a backup? I have to make a backup.
Oh, yeah.
And I have a backup.
Oops. Okay.
I'm glad I wrote that down.
Okay. What's your first question?
What is the... Oh, wait, no. I just like this part, so that's why I put it down. What does Kinger put over Ragatha's head to hide her hair?
Oh, it's a metal bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that part. He's like,
that was so funny.
your hair, Jax is like, your hair's looking awful like
like
licorice.
licorice,
He's
yeah.
like, Jax. And then he's like, here, hide it with this. And then later he's wearing the bucket. Like,
Oh,
what?
yeah, that's true. That's so... Oh my gosh. Kinger's so funny.
Yeah, I really like King.
Okay, you already know that you know this one because we talked about it, but what was the bad guy's name? Like the main bad guy?
Oh, Gummy Goo.
Mm-hmm.
I like that name.
All right.
Okay, so what was the Candy Princess's name?
Candy Princess's name was...
This one's hard because I think they only mention it like once. But they do mention it and it's prevalent. It's not like it's a key question.
Princess...
It's just one word, one name. So you don't have to
Penelope.
do princess. She's like, just call me.
Oh my gosh, no, I can see it in my brain. I don't remember. I can see the scene, but
It's
I can't.
Lou.
Oh, yeah, because she's like...
She does a pun, but I don't remember what it is.
It was like...
It's like, we'll do, Lou. or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
well,
that.
I think we'll do Lou was right. I have no points. Wait a minute, why do I have 3 points? I might have accidentally given myself
Did you give yourself an extra point?
earlier.
No, because you got 2 points because you got on the dot.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oops, never mind. Okay, so there's no point for me. I'm still at 3, you're at 3. Okay, my last question is, how many times did they have to censor bad language?
Oh. Wait, are you including Bubble?
Yeah,
Okay,
including Bubble,
so-
yeah.
Bubble, I know 2 come from Pomni for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm pretty sure he only curses twice. Or is it 3 times? Okay, I think it's only 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Good job. Dang it. I was surprised though, because I watched it and I was like, oh, that'll be a good question. And I knew what it was, but I, looked it up to make sure. But I forgot to put episode 2, and it said that I think Pomni alone cursed like 14 times in the first episode.
Yeah.
I was
Because
surprised.
there's one part where she like keeps trying to curse and it's not working. So it's like all at once.
A lot at once. Okay, yeah.
I think it's funny the way they do that.
Yeah, it is good. Okay, your last question.
Okay, who does Lou give the key to?
Oh, Ragatha.
Yeah. I thought that one would probably be easy because but that was my backup. So.
I thought you were gonna I thought for some reason when I first heard the question, I thought you were saying who did Ragatha give the key to, and I was like, she didn't give the key to anyone.
Oh,
but
no,
Jack
Jack
stole
took it.
it.
No,
Okay.
who did Lou get the key to?
All right, well we tied 4-4.
Really? Mm-hmm. We need a tiebreaker, but we don't have anything prepared.
Here's just a for fun question. It won't be a tiebreaker, but this was gonna be my backup question if I had to write it down. What was the name of the Candy Kingdom? I should have done this.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't remember because I know it was Candy Carrier Chaos was the name of the adventure, but I don't know. What is it?
It's Candy Canyon Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
Because at the beginning he was stumbling and he couldn't. He's like Canyon, Candy, Canyon.
Oh,
just
yeah.
go to the kingdom or whatever.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
say it. It was like a tongue twister. I bet that was probably him.
I thought that was him. Like
But then when they got there, it said Candy Canyon Kingdom.
but I thought that was him being like, just go.
Oh,
like
yeah,
like
no.
not.
Not
I
actually
thought that
saying
he
it.
couldn't say it. I thought it was just like he was like, oh, nervous or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's kind of weird, but I guess he just couldn't say it.
Yeah.
Wait, now I'm gonna watch that clip. That's funny.
wanna
I'll look
rewatch
at
it.
that after. I know, me too.
We should watch the boiled one though.
You should. So, yeah, we don't have a punishment again. Hopefully in the summer we can get back to punishments.
Yeah.
Because we're just so busy, darn it.
Busy.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel like this should be more. What's our time? Oh, wow, 45 minutes. Yeah, that's shorter than usual, but I think that's good. Like I feel like the short episodes.
I
not
forgot to
bad.
announce to you guys. This is episode 30, right?
No, this is episode 31.
Oh, I thought.
Unbroken was 30.
Oh, that's right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we missed the announcement of episode 30.
1 year anniversary episode.
I think that already passed.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's still ours.
I'd say we should do a 50th
We should
episode
do-
anniversary.
Yeah, that's good.
We should do a live stream.
With who knows?
Ooh, that would be fun.
That would be really fun.
We should do like
We should do a live stream where we watch a YouTube and we play a video game.
Wait, that's really good. I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say watch a movie. I'm like, that's gonna cause so many copyright issues.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
But
no.
no, that.
I want to
that's
play more
good.
video games for you guys.
I know. Give us some more comment. Comment some more video games you want us to play. If you want us to continue the
play video games.
adventures with Grump or more.
Undertale. You can watch us finish
Oh, but we started.
Fallout.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were saying, yeah.
Whatever.
I know someone
guys.
suggested we should play the FNAF games, which I'm up for that.
I am too. I'm really
And-
bad at those. I did find it's a different
Imagine
game.
doing that with the 10-minute thing.
What was the 10-minute thing?
You know how we do Fallout? It's like every 10 minutes we switch.
Oh my
Imagine
gosh,
FNAF
FNAF.
with that.
Oh
That'd be
my
so
gosh.
hard. That'd be good though.
The FNAF games are scary. They're good
They're
though.
good.
There was another game. Oh, there's also a new game out. Or not new. It's an older game. Remember Don't Scream? The one where you can't scream?
Yeah.
There's a different one called it's called Silent something.
Is it like
But it's-
console?
No, it's another. I found it on
I need a
Steam and it's
PC.
only on PC
You want us?
or Windows. You want to get us a
Sponsor-
PC and
if
so we
you
can play
give-
PC games?
If you give us money to buy a PC or give us a PC, then we can actually play more games for you on the
It's true.
PC. Which is
But
one.
this
yeah.
game actually looks better than
Don't by
Then
bot
it's-
don't scream.
I know. Well, Don't Scream was a more of a you walk through there's not necessarily an objective other than not to scream. That
Well,
one?
yeah.
This one is where you're in a forest and there's 5 people missing people, and you have to collect their bodies or not collect their bodies. You have to find their bodies and collect the missing posters that are attached to them.
Oh.
But there's these monsters that live in the forest, and you have to respond to them differently, if that makes sense. So they're different dangers. So there's, or no, I think they're all the same monster. Basically, a bunch of things will jump out at you to make you try to make you scream. But all the monsters,
Oh my gosh.
not all the monsters. These certain monsters will interact with you, but they'll yell things at you. So some of them will say stand still, I want to get a closer look.
Oh.
And you have to stay still.
What?
And some of them will tell you better run away, and you have to run away. But you have to listen
That
carefully
sounds so fun.
to hear it. It's really cool. I was watching this guy play it, and he got it in 4 minutes. He kept trying, and he was everything's set up perfectly. He's I wonder, thought he got a world record.
Oh.
So I don't know if that was the record, but
I don't know. I mean, we had no idea. But I want to play that. That sounds
yeah,
really fun.
it was.
What, Avatar? What? Avatar was only 20 minutes.
We have
That was
on the
only
screen
20
TV.
minute
It's
wait time.
the wait times for the Disney World rides.
Yeah, I totally got distracted. But that's insane. Why was it only 20 minutes?
Well, it's Wednesday.
The Flight of Passage is
Everyone's
never
at-
20 minutes.
Everyone's at school.
It
It was
was
the good one, the Banshee one.
Huh?
Maybe it was closed and then it opened.
Oh, maybe.
Sorry, that was totally off track. But I was like, what? If you know Disney World, you know that's a really short wait time for that ride.
I don't.
Yeah,
No, I
he
didn't.
would know. Okay, well,
Is that if the Cars ride at Disneyland was 20 minutes?
more, better.
Wait, really?
Cars, you think Cars is long?
typically a couple hours.
Yeah, but this is worth it more, if that makes sense.
Oh,
This
okay,
ride
yeah.
is better.
Okay, yeah.
And it's typically 3 hours. The wait for that ride.
I don't want to go to Disney World anymore, guys.
Well, that's why you have to go at the right time plus get fast pass for that ride. It's just so much better. Or whatever. Genie pass.
Why don't they do the thing where it's $100, but then you go and you have fast passes to everything? You know what I'm talking about?
Well, it's you can't sort of do something like that. It's you pay and then you get, but you only get a certain amount of fast passes and you can't do everything. Yeah, well, it's because it's just, if they'd had that, the fast pass lines would just fill up.
Yeah. But
'Cause
then at
there's
least
so
the
many
regular
people.
lines would be shorter.
But then why would you get the fast pass?
No, they wouldn't be shorter than the fast pass lines, but they would be shorter than usual.
Yeah, I guess.
It would just even it out a little more.
But it's really nice when you get that fast pass and just skip right everyone.
Does it have a single rider's line?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever done a single rider's line before,
Me
and I
either.
wish I have because
Well, I don't like to go on
I wanna
rides by
try that.
myself.
sometimes the rides are not worth the wait though. Cars is awesome and stuff, and it's great.
It's not worth 2 hours, though.
it's not worth the 2 hours.
I don't think
I'm
anything is,
sorry.
though. Maybe an hour, but not 2.
Any ride?
Okay, maybe the Banshee ride. That
Yeah.
might be worth 2 hours.
I could see.
And it's a fun queue.
Yeah.
The ride at Universal Studios, the Harry Potter ride,
Potter is worth 2 hours. I
Yeah.
feel like not. Wait,
because of
no,
the line.
Gringotts is though. You haven't been in that.
I haven't
one.
been on Gringotts.
That
I'm
one's
talking
worth 2
about,
hours.
I'm talking about the one where you go
Oh,
inside
yeah.
Hogwarts. The reason I think that would be worth the 2 hour
'cause of
wait
the
is because
queue.
the queue. The queue is amazing for that
But
ride.
if you think that queue's good, the Gringotts. Well, I mean, that
we should
queue's
start a
better.
theme park review channel. we somehow turned it into a theme
But
park review.
we'd have to go consist. Like we don't go to theme parks enough.
Go to the theme parks.
Yeah.
Pay for us
Oh
to do
man, man.
There's so many you can do in the area.
Oh my gosh. You know we could get.
California.
I'm telling you though, we
Oh,
could
yeah.
get. They have press days for some events and things. Like every year, Universal Studios has a press day. Nobody else is there other than like YouTube channels. So you still have to pay your normal price, but you can only go, I think, if you have a certain amount of followers or something.
Oh.
But the lines are super small because they want the people like in your videos. They want people to see like, oh, the lines are short. But they give you
Oh.
special treatment. Like you get to go to this fancy dinner, and sometimes they have characters like scary characters that come in, and it's so cool.
Like we have time right now, at least we can make.
Well, I
more-
mean, if we were making money off of it, then we would
yeah.
have
Oh,
time.
for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe we
I
should
follow
do that.
accounts who literally travel America and they go to events and theme parks and roadside attractions and all kinds of things.
Is it a couple?
I think I follow one that's a couple and one that
Oh,
he's
we met
It's
one.
because,
We met.
Universal. They were
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, because he follows them and watches them. He
That's so
recommends them.
cool.
We talked to them a little bit. Yeah.
That's so
That
cool. I
was
saw the Ballinger family at Universal Studios. Not the whole family. It was like the dad and a couple of the kids. The
I don't know
Ballinger
who
family.
That is.
They're like this big YouTube family.
Oh.
They have like a vlog channel. They have a bunch of kids.
Oh wait, I think I've heard of them.
They're Colleen Ballinger. She's Miranda Sings. That's the sister of the dad of the family.
Oh,
So
okay.
the aunt of the kids.
Oh,
The sister of the dad, the aunt
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the children.
yeah, that makes so much more sense when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is-
Soarin' is also only 20 minutes.
I'm just saying Disney's Animal Kingdom,
Yeah.
that looks like a mushroom cloud.
It does.
Less like a tree, more like a mushroom
It
cloud.
does.
And what's Disney's Hollywood? Oh, is that the Tower of Terror?
Where Tower of Terror is. Where's
That's showing.
Oh, Rise
no,
of
it's
the
showing
Resistance.
Tower of Terror right there
Oh yeah,
on
yeah.
the the icon. Anyways, we should probably end this episode. You guys are
Oh,
probably
now it's
bored
40
of us
minutes.
talking about.
Avatar. That's still good.
It must have been
Yeah,
reopened.
it must have probably. It was probably closed and then it opened back up. Okay. And before I continue just staring at the screen, make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. And
Check us out on Spotify and literally anywhere you can check out podcasts because it's on there.
I'm sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. Plus, we have Facebook and Instagram, so follow us on there. And you can see. I mean, right now we haven't been very good at posting for Sketched Up, but we are currently working on filming the sketches for Sketched Up.
Exciting. I
And-
think I'm going to edit with Ted this weekend, so
Really?
we'll be editing
Nice. I need
those.
to
I think
plan.
we're each going to do 2 this weekend.
I need
so.
to schedule the next time we film. But yeah, so those are fun, and we have reels and all that. So you can also follow Sketched Up on Instagram because that is a separate Instagram. Plus, we're getting a new logo soon, and created by Serena Webb. And
She's really good at logos, you
she
guys.
is really good. Actually, I'm very impressed. She has made so many of our props, and they look so good. They're like
do.
already iconic. It's great. So yeah, make sure to do all that and comment of what other things you want us to review and things that you want to do because we think this is so yeah, next time and goodbye.
Bye.
To the outro.
Digital Circus.